Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 4 of the Brain Ladle Trivia Tilt. I am your enthusiastic, effervescent, ebullient, energetic, and effervescent host,
Effervescent
Davo.
You seem a little bit down today, Davo.
I am a little down. I'm down in the dumps because I'm not doing well in this tilt. But I was going to fake it till I make it. No, I'm doing terrible. I am doing terribly. Your derisive chuckle notwithstanding, I am doing badly. Neil has won 2 of the games in rather dramatic fashion. Kels,
the last one hurt. Yeah,
the last one should hurt. 2-point win.
Ouch.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And I am bringing up the rear, having scored the least amount of points in all 3 games.
Choo choo.
So I am playing the caboose. Is that a caboose?
Yes.
Thank you. So I am bringing up the rear. But before we get started, I have a couple of announcements. First of all, I'd like to welcome back Nathan. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, guys.
Nathan, what a surprise.
Happy to be here.
We are happy to have you anytime. It's always great to have somebody read questions to Neil that he can get right. So.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Mine too.
And we would like to give a special shout out to our compatriots at Trivia Rogues. Neil, can you tell them about Trivia Rogues?
Yeah, there are a few guys that get together once a week and talk about trivia topics and kind of quiz each other. And I took an excerpt from one of our quizzes and sent it to them for their Stump the Rogue segment aired. And so I think we probably have a few new listeners coming to us through the Rogues, and we appreciate all the new listeners. Tell all your friends and send more people our way.
Well, we'd love to have everybody with our particular brand of trivia excellence. Well, their brand of trivia excellence. I'm here for the yucks, if you know what I mean.
Davo's brand of trivia has-beens. Trivia wannabes or...
Yeah. A trivia poser.
Poser.
So
was that like a French
poseur?
poseur?
It was a poseur.
E-U-R.
Yeah, E-U-R.
Draw that thing out.
Yeah, from Montreal. Trivia poseur. So, Nathan, you'll be reading questions for part 4 of the Brain Ladle Trivia Tilt. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you get us going? What is your topic this week?
All right, my topic. My topic this week that you are going to be answering questions around is going to be colors. Colors. So questions and or answers or both will revolve around or pertain to a color. So if the color is not in the question, that's probably the answer. But sometimes the color will be in the question, so then may not be in the answer.
Wow.
Anyway.
That was a very comprehensive explanation.
I think it's going to be good. But I think a very important point of discussion that maybe to kick us off with, this isn't for any points, but we have this ongoing debate in my house, amongst me and my girlfriend and I. Is indigo blue or purple? Because I have this shirt that it's 50-50. People say it's blue. No, it's purple. I'm like, no, it's indigo.
That is a good question.
You're the dress now. You're the new dress.
Yes, the new dress. Black and blue.
I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, I have always thought of indigo as a shade of purpley blue, so it leans more
purpley blue.
Thanks for the answer.
Purpley blue. Purpley blue. I think it leans more toward blue than purple.
Well, I would say based on the colors of the rainbow that indigo is right in between blue and violet.
If you look it up, technically it's right in between blue and violet, so it can really lean both ways depending on the lighting, I think.
I think I'm a fan of purpley blue.
I like purpley.
I at least like saying it.
Bluey purple. Bluey purple.
Not blue purple. No.
Blue and purple, nah. That sounds like you got beat up. But
Right.
Purpley blue sounds pleasant.
Noted.
Oh, could I point out real quick, Davo?
Yeah.
This is part 4. This is your new hope.
It is my new hope.
It's your new hope.
There you go.
Wow.
I got you, man. I'm looking out for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel invigorated.
How long have you been holding on to that one? I guess just this episode, but did you?
Yeah.
Was that a
just this
spur of the
episode,
moment
yeah.
thing, or did you think of this like last week?
As soon as Davo said part 4, I was like, oh man, it's a new hope. This is all for him.
This is my
You sure you
shot.
didn't have that saved in your notes on your
Nobody
computer?
gets an arm chopped off. Well, don't tell everybody. It's called the memo.
Memo
app.
app, yeah. Let's save that for later. Break this out. Okay. All right. So category is colors. So this first category is more just a hodgepodge of questions. Then we'll get into more specific on the next 5. The first category is everyday, everywhere. Every day, everywhere.
Yes,
So
sir.
first question, when pumping gas, be certain not to grab the handle of this color because it is diesel, not unleaded.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Neil, what you got?
The handles are green for diesel.
Davo?
I answered green.
All right, Neil and Kels?
There, which means green.
Ooh, you're so fancy.
I will take that to mean green. So good job, everybody. Good start. So
Did you know the nozzle is bigger around?
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even
make
if you are a Nimrod and grab the wrong color, it won't fit.
And yeah, that wasn't true. That wasn't true up until recent years because people have done that.
Oh.
It hasn't always been a thing. Yeah.
I'm sure that's why they made the change.
Interesting note: whenever we went to Iceland back in a couple months ago, in Iceland it's reverse. And so whenever we did the rental car, they told us, "said, no, we know you're from America and you use the black one, but you're going to have to use the green this time because black is diesel."
Oh
Yeah.
no,
So it was
that sucks.
totally reversed. Anyway, good start, right? All right, question 2. What color describes journalism that is based upon sensationalism and crude exaggeration?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, we'll start with Kels this time.
I went with yellow.
All right, Davo
Yellow.
and Neil.
I also answered yellow.
That would be yellow, correct. 10 points all around. Everybody gets the points. That's a positive start.
Very.
I'm feeling great.
I started off way worse.
All right, question number 3. At approximately 2% of the world population, which is the rarest eye color in the world among humans?
Locked in.
No way.
I mean, it's only so many choices.
I'm locked in.
Ah.
I am locked in as well. Oh, locked in.
What is going on?
All right. I think we will.
I'm just trying to keep the energy
Some of
going.
us like to ruminate, man. This is an audio thing.
Just
We
ruminate.
ruminate.
All right, Davo, you want to go first?
No, but I will. So I'm trying to game the game, pull a little Neil trick here, and I don't think you would put two green answers in the same category. And then I started thinking of eye colors, and I know chartreuse wasn't in there, and neither was maroon, so I went with gray.
All right, Davo. I'm sorry, Neil.
I was going down the same path as you, Davo. My first thought was blue because I know it's a recessive gene. But I remember reading something not long ago that talked about this exact thing. And I was a little bit surprised. I remember being surprised. And I was trying to remember what it was that surprised me. And I had to go with green.
He said green. All right, Kels, what you got?
I have no fancy explanation. I wrote down blue because I felt like I heard that before.
All right. Well, the correct answer, 2% of the population across the world, is green. Green.
Oh,
Yes.
listen.
No, don't
You tricksy
don't think about
man.
that too much about the answers. There was none of that tomfoolery going on. I just found good questions, and whatever the answer was what the answer was. But it's
I'll keep an eye on black
yes,
tomfoolery
it is
then.
true that a lot of people. It's easy to confuse green with hazel, with various hues of hazel. But if you actually look, like if you Google it and you find someone that has truly green eyes, which is almost like grass green, it's extremely rare. All right, let's move on to question number 4. The first box of Crayola crayons was produced in 1903 as an 8-count box and sold for 1 nickel. Name the 8 original colors. And you got to get all 8 right to get your points.
Oh my goodness. Oh, derp. Okay. I'm locked in.
Davo's locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, so let's start with Neil.
I answered probably incorrectly. Black, white, red, green, blue, yellow, pink, and brown.
All right, Davo, what do you have?
Red, green, blue, yellow, brown, black, white, and orange.
And Kels?
I went red, blue, green, orange, yellow, purple, black, and white.
All right, well, I have to say nobody got it exactly correct. The correct that white was not one of the original colors. It was black and brown.
Black and man.
So the correct answer is red, orange,
I think
yellow,
we all missed
green, blue, violet/purple, brown, and black.
Man, I was one off.
We all missed it by 1.
One. Yeah. No. Neil said pink.
Yeah, I had white and pink.
Yep.
That were both wrong.
I missed it by 1 because I put that stupid white crayon in there, which should never have been invented, by the way.
Never.
That is the most useless crayon.
Once you use it once, it's done because it's mixed with some other different color, and it's like, man.
Yeah, the only time you use it is on Halloween when you're making a ghost on like black construction paper.
Yeah, and it still doesn't even look right. Yeah.
Nah.
So I have an
It
interesting.
still doesn't look right. It's terrible.
Here's an interesting little factoid. So
What are those
what?
called there, Neil?
Those are
nuggets?
trivia nuggets.
Trivia nugget. I got a trivia nugget for you.
Nice.
In 1962, Crayola had a color. I almost said flavor. A color called Flesh.
Flesh.
And
Flesh?
yes, and it's called Flesh. But they renamed it in 1962 to Peach because, of course, that was racist. Interesting.
I figured that's where that was going. But you're like, yeah.
Flesh.
When I was looking it up, I saw that. I was like, that's interesting. I mean, good job, 1962.
Have you seen? Right on. And we've all eaten like 17,000 crayons, so flavor is applicable for your flesh tone.
No. Did you eat crayons, Davo?
You never ate a crayon?
No.
That might just be you, Davo.
I didn't eat crayons.
Everybody ate a crayon. You're all
This
wild.
might explain
I
this.
still like all
This
of
might
you.
explain the tilt.
Look, there's no lead in them anymore.
Did you eat glue too?
I'm not. What's the scores?
It's all coming together.
You're probably one of those kids that hurt yourself with the safety scissors.
No. I did actually. I used to make little tanks. I glued the pink erasers, the big pink eraser. If you glue 2 crayons to the side and 1 on the top, you have a cool little tank. Yeah. See, I wasn't that weird.
So get this. I remember being in probably second grade, I think, sitting in the back of the class with this weird kid, and he had Elmer's school glue out.
Was his name Dave?
And no, Davo. I think it was Michael. I don't know, but I remember he was coating the bottom of his tennis shoes with Elmer's glue, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna walk up this wall. That's what he said.
That's great.
I wonder where he's at today.
Anyway,
All right, Neil. So where are we at on the scores right now?
after round one, Kels and Davo are tied with 20, and Neil has 30.
All right. Round number 2. Here we come. The category is bottoms up. All right. Question 1. Pinot Grigio and Chardonnay, among others, are white wines that originated in the famous wine-growing region of East Central France. In this famous wine-growing region of East Central France.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm also locked in.
All right, Davo.
Champagne.
All right. Neil?
I feel like this could be a tricky question. I was thinking champagne also, but I'm pretty sure Champagne's most famous for champagne. And so I was thinking the only other one I could think of was you would think would be more known for red wine, but since I didn't think it was champagne, I went with Burgundy.
All right, and Kels?
I crossed out Champagne and wrote Burgundy.
Well, if you said Burgundy, you were correct.
Oh, come on.
All right, question number 2. Curacao is a liquor flavored with parts of what fruit?
Locked in.
Locked in. If I get this right, I have you to thank, Davo.
I'm glad I'm helping everybody out.
I'm locked in, but it's wrong.
All right, Kels?
I went with the orange.
Orange. All right. Neil?
So I'm not much of a drinker. I was pretty sure Curacao was blue, which the only blue fruit I could think of was a blueberry. But I was also thinking that Curacao was kind of citrusy flavored, so I ended up with orange.
All right, and Davo?
Orange.
10 points to everybody.
What? I just said orange. Why is that funny?
It was no lead up to it. It was just orange.
Orange.
Like, you're upset. Everybody else got it right.
Everybody got it right. It's actually an orange that's called the I don't know how to pronounce it. The Lara, Laraha. Lara. It's a bitter orange that's found only on the island of Curacao. Number 3. This is a colorful name for illegally distilled spirits. It was also George Jones' first #1 single.
I'm locked in.
I am locked in.
I wrote something down. I'm locked in.
All right, Neil, what do you have?
I hope it's White Lightning.
And Davo?
White Lightning.
And Kels.
See, if you can remember, I had no idea who this person was, so I wrote down Blue Moon.
It is, in fact, White Lightning.
That is a delightful beer, though.
Yeah,
Blue
I
Moon,
figured
yeah.
maybe they got their name from that.
So the reason why they call it White Lightning was during Prohibition, moonshiners would skip the aging process. So, without aging it, alcohol is naturally clear. So that would help be less detectable by the authorities. If it was clear, maybe they think it was something else. Yep, but it packed a punch. All right, question number 4. Last question in this category. This French liqueur has been produced since the early 1700s from a secret recipe of over 130 herbs, plants, and flowers, and the recipe is known only to 2 Carthusian monks at any given time. And as a side note, it's the only naturally occurring green liqueur on Earth.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
I'd like to preface this beforehand saying I have no idea. So I'm just going to write something. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Davo, what do you got?
I wrote down since there's so many herbs and flowers and twigs and stems in there. I remember drinking something that kind of tasted like dirt and toothpaste mixed together. And I hope this isn't it, but I wrote down Fernier Blanca.
Kels?
I went with Incredible Hulk.
Lovely.
That is green. I don't know if I want to drink it.
That actually is like a drink that you can make.
Oh, let's see what Neil's got over here.
Well, my answer is neither a liqueur nor from France, nor has a color in it, but it is green. I answered absinthe.
Good guess. Good guess. The actual answer is chartreuse. 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 It's a French
That is
liqueur.
a liquor?
Yeah. And it's and that's where we get it. It looks just like the color chartreuse. Yep.
Well, I want to try it.
Should check that out.
It sounds amazing.
Yep.
Do you happen to know the proof on said chartreuse?
I did not search. I did not write that down on here. I'm sure it's easily
That's all right.
findable.
I am finding it while Neil reads some scores to us.
Give us those scores.
The score is, well, everybody's doubled from last time. Kels and Davo are still tied at 40, and Neil has 60.
It's a good game.
Ooh.
It's all right.
Even
It's
the
all right.
It's pretty strong.
So, 80 to 110 proof.
Legit.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's not light.
It's not Curacao.
No, it's not Curacao. And it looks like wheatgrass juice in a shot. It's just green. I'm kind of excited to try that.
All right, we've got a fun category coming up here now. This one is going to be called Jolly Good Times,
Jolly.
aka entertainment. So, question 1. I hope you guys are familiar with Weezer. Hopefully, somebody here is. Weezer. All right, Weezer has 5 self-titled albums that are simply named after the color of the cover. Which of these was the first? And you can get a bonus point for naming the remaining 4 colors. A bonus point each for naming the remaining 4.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Neil was locked in first. Let's go with Neil.
Well, the first one that I was aware of was Blue back in the early 90s. And I just guessed on the others at white, yellow, red, and green.
Okay. Davo?
I said blue, and I did not venture a guess for the other 4 because I am not that big a Weezer fan.
All right, and Kels, what you got?
I wrote down red, and I just listed colors, and here they are: black, green, blue, and yellow.
All right. Well, their first album, self-titled, was in fact the Blue Album. The second album was actually called Pinkerton, but that's not. So I'm glad nobody said pink. And the remaining 4 were green. Then the blue and green were their biggest albums, and then they had red, white, and black. So blue was for 10 points, and then if you said green, red, white, or black, you got a bonus point each.
I got white, red, and green.
Okay.
I got black and green.
Yes, sir.
I got a rock.
All right, question number 2. All right, in 1980, Brooke Shields won a Golden Raspberry Award for her role in this movie about being shipwrecked on a tropical island with her brother.
Yeah.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Kels, what you got?
I wrote down White Sands.
White Sands.
You're
Hey,
close.
there could have been some of that.
There are white sands, yeah.
Neil?
Yeah, you were so close, Kels. It was the Blue Lagoon.
And Davo.
Blue Lagoon. And once again, ew.
Yeah. Ew. So that is correct. Blue Lagoon, of course. Have you seen that movie, Kels?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, you're not missing much, but
I can tell.
Well,
Nobody was really excited.
you.
well, you know what happens when you get shipwrecked, right?
Nah.
All of your
Someone
clothes
else.
disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
All of them. So they're naked most of the time, or as close to naked as they can get. And there's a
Did
little
you
bit
say
of
they were brother and
ew
sister?
going on.
Yep.
I'm glad you didn't miss that critical point.
They are brother and sister shipwrecked by themselves on an island, and they do fall in love.
Yes.
Oh no. No. No.
Yep. That's why she got a golden raspberry for it.
The other thing was she was 14 when they filmed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a baby.
It was pretty.
Who played her brother,
scandalous.
Sean Connery?
I didn't recognize his name, but-
Christopher Atkins.
That sounds right. Wow. Okay, let's move on to question number 3 right now. As I'm reading these questions, I realize we're going to stay in the early 1980s here. This is the title of the 1983 song by New Order that asks the question: how does it feel to treat me like you do when you've laid your hands upon me and told me who you are? I thought I was mistaken. I thought I heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? What's the name of that song?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked into. I wrote something down.
All right, so Davo, what do you got?
Blue Monday.
Kels?
I jokingly wrote down Black Friday.
Oh, and Neil.
Well, the other 2 questions this round were blue, so I went with Blue Moon.
It is Blue Monday.
Woo!
Blue
There you
Monday.
go.
And I'll tell you what, when I was writing these questions, I did not even realize until today that I had 3 blue questions. And I thought, well, shoot. But I can't change it now because I don't have time. All right, we have 1 question left here under the Jolly Good Times category. In the 1939 classic movie The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's famous slippers are red. However, in the original L. Frank Baum novel from 1900, they are this other color. What color are they in the original novel?
I'm locked in.
All right, I'm locked in too.
All right, we'll start with Neil. What do you have, Neil?
I think they changed them to red for the movie because of the whole Technicolor thing, because I think they were originally silver.
Okay, Kels.
Well, since all the answers in this category have been blue, I just wrote down blue again.
Oh. Dava.
Silver.
They were in fact silver. Sorry to throw you off there.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
All right, so what kind of score we have right now, Neil?
Well, there seems to be a little bit of a separation. Kels did not actually get skunked in that round because he got 2 bonus points.
Yay.
He's got 42, Davo has 80, and Neil has 93.
Just wanted to jump in here real quick to remind everybody that we are on social media and we love to hear from you guys. We are on Twitter at LadleBrain. We are on Facebook, Brain Ladle. Look for us that way. We are on YouTube if you'd like to listen to the show that way. Also, I wanted to talk really quick about our Patreon. Patreon will allow us to provide new content, maybe better equipment, and just help us make this show the best possible trivia show out there. We do have a patron that I would like to give a shout out to, Susan L. We love you. Thank you so much for your support. Would you like to join the shout out crowd? Head on over to Patreon, look for Brain Ladle, check us out.
Take it away.
What was the Twitter handle again?
All right.
The Twitter handle is at LadleBrain.
Oh, okay. I was just making
Yeah,
I didn't
at
hear
LadleBrain.
you. Okay.
But did we change the name of the show?
No, see, we didn't do that. What we did is have me set up the Twitter account, and I did it wrong.
That sounds familiar. I keep forgetting that, I guess.
At
Ladle Brain. Don't forget that.
Ladle Brain.
All right, so this category is going to be physical activities.
Oh, those are my least favorite kinds of activities.
I'm right there with you, Neil.
But I thought that by calling it physical activities, it wouldn't be as frightening as like sports. Because I just know that's not Neil's, that's not his favorite. So I was trying to soften the blow here.
Killing it lately in sports. He's been killing it in general.
Oh.
So just call it what it is. Neil, it's sports. Ha ha.
All right. Question number 1. This was the nickname given to the tough Denver Broncos defense of the late 70s and early 80s.
I'm locked in.
That's not fair.
Why is that not fair, Kels?
Where are you from?
I'm from Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Where's Denver?
It is a mile high in Colorado.
Capital, right?
Yeah.
You familiar with
Beautiful
it?
place. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah?
got
You been there?
family right around there. Yeah, I got a
Right
bunch of
around that
family
area,
out
huh?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you
Even
in
as we
the,
speak.
in the late 70s, early 80s? How old were you?
Well, I was in my elementary school in Colorado. Sure,
Oh, you remember stuff though, right?
I do. I have
Okay.
a fond remembrance of some things.
Oh, okay. I was just ironing out some details over here.
Right.
Thank you for the report. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Now
problem.
I can finish my paper on you.
I'm locked in.
Are you going to punt?
Nah. Even though it would be appropriate, given how stout this defense was.
That's right.
Okay. I'm locked in.
All right, Neil, what do you have?
I had no idea, so I tried to use some logicking to figure it out. I know the Denver colors are orange, blue, and white. Blue and white don't sound very threatening. So I looked at. I mean, orange is a little more violently colored than blue and white, right? And so then I was thinking about the time frame and trying to think what was orange at the time, and I was like, there was like orange knee high, and I used to like orange push-ups, the sherbet that comes in that little tube.
I
Those
love
are
where your
good.
answers. I love it.
But that would be a really terrible name for a professional football team's defensive line.
Well, I'd be scared.
Especially
of
a stout one.
I'd be scared.
Well, so the orange knee high, then it popped into my head Orange Crush, which was a drink that was somewhat popular then. I don't know if it's still around, but I ended up with Orange Crush.
Yes.
All right.
That is absolutely amazing.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Kels?
That is absolutely astounding.
Oh man, yes. I'm really happy. I at first wrote down the blue wave, but I figured we probably wouldn't have blue for an answer again anymore. So
That was the correct call there.
so I wrote down Orange Crush.
All right, and Davo, do you agree with the?
So I agree with my compatriots. It's Orange Crush, but am I the only one who actually knew it? Who didn't logic it out or come at it from a different direction?
I sure didn't.
Because Neil, that was. If you are not lying to the people, and I don't think you do that, that is the most astounding logic train that I was a part of. It was
It's
fantastic.
a great name for a defensive team, right?
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
Crush.
yeah, it was.
Orange Crush is nice. Yeah, I was
And
a
it's
big fan
delicious.
back in the day.
That was some good brain skills right there.
Yeah, we can call it that. Yeah,
Now you dug deep. That was
we can
deep
call it that. Yeah.
ladling.
I ladled it right out of it.
All right, so 10 points. 10 points to everybody. Question number 2 in physical activities. This is the name of both the championship game of the CFL as well as the trophy awarded to the winner of that game.
Locked in.
CFL.
Locked in.
So that's the Canadian Football League,
Truth.
or is that part of the
Yes.
is that part of the question?
No, that it's Canadian Football League, CFL.
Okay, I'm locked in. I won't make anybody wait. I was trying to think of something clever, but I couldn't, so I just wrote down something.
All right. Kels.
I went with the Grey Cup.
Davo.
It is the Grey Cup, and this was a question that was featured on our Canadian episode.
Oh. Neil.
Yeah, this is our first repeat.
But that shows how much attention I was paying to that one.
Yeah, indeed.
Although I was kind of half right. I ended up putting the Red Cup because of the red and the Canadian flag. That sounds awfully communistic now that I wrote it down. When I say it out loud, it doesn't sound right.
It is in fact the Grey Cup. Yes, it is. So 10 points to Davo and Kels there. All right, and question number 3. In 1902, the original Milwaukee Brewers moved to St. Louis and became this team. Later, in 1954, they moved to Baltimore and were renamed the Orioles.
I am locked in.
And what year did they move to Baltimore?
They moved to Baltimore from St. Louis in 1954.
All right, I'm not confident at all, but I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. Also, I'm equally confident.
On Kels' level or Davo's level?
He's gonna go Kels.
Oh, definitely Kels.
All right, Kels, what'd you say?
I went with the brown stockings.
Okay. And Neil, what'd you say?
So for some reason, at some point in my life, I've heard the phrase St. Louis Browns. And so that's what I wrote down as Browns for no other reason than it popped into my head.
Okay. And Davo, what'd you say?
St. Louis Browns.
It was the St. Louis Browns. So do we award half points for Kels there? For getting the color right. What do y'all think?
I think half points would be fine.
I'm good with half points. Let's do half points. I like that.
Neil?
Got the right color.
Neil?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, every other color had socks after it, right? The red socks and the white socks. So
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
I like giving points.
Points are fun.
All right. We've got one question left here under the physical activities category. All right. This halfback from the University of Illinois, nicknamed the Galloping Ghost, helped to legitimize the NFL when he signed with the Chicago Bears in 1925.
Locked in.
What? Oh. I'm locked in as well.
I would never get this. I locked in.
All right, Kels, what do you have?
I wrote down Red Grange.
And Davo?
Red Grange.
And Neil?
I said Artie Brown.
Good old Artie Brown.
He was a good guy.
Fearless.
He was. What a guy.
It was, in fact, Red Grange. So good job, Davo and Kels. 10 points.
I just didn't want to pop.
All right. So at the end of round number 3, where do
Round number 4.
is that?
You want to try that again?
Jolly good times. Oh, it is round number 4. Okay. Wow. Way off. Where that came from.
Okay, at the end of round 4, we've got kind of a change in leadership. We've got Kels with 77, Neil with 113, and Davo with 120.
Wow. Don't blow it in the 4th. This is your game.
I'm not going to do
Your
that.
game.
What's the 5th
I'm
coming
feeling
up?
it. New hope, baby. New hope.
New Hope.
New hope.
So I had this question. I erased it, but since we're talking about Star Wars here, I'll just throw it out there. No points. But my question was, what Star Wars character had the purple lightsaber?
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu. Okay, I thought I knew you guys would. Well, probably all know that.
Nope. I never saw it.
Well,
Was that the Samuel L. Jackson?
Yes.
Yes.
That played that? Yeah, I never saw that one.
And I hope they burn it down. Sorry, I just always want to do that into a microphone.
Different movie, but still some good old Samuel. Oh man. Next category. I think you guys will like this one. The category is places things are.
Oh.
Places things are.
Okay.
AKA geography.
Wow, places things are. I love it.
All right. This river forms the border between Texas and Oklahoma.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, let's start with Neil.
I hope it is the Red River.
And Kels.
Red River.
And Davo.
Red River.
Yum.
The Red River it is. It's not much of a river, but it's there. When you drive across it, going from Oklahoma to Dallas, you're like, "Where? There's no water down there."
It's more of a gully.
Yeah. All right. Question number 2. Located on Great Slave Lake and with a population just under 20,000, this is the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories. And for a bonus point, you can name the capital of Yukon Territory as well.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm also locked in.
All right. Let's start with Davo.
You know, I didn't do as deep a dive into Canada as I wanted to, apparently. But I seem to recall the name of a city being White Deer.
Okay, so is that Northwest Territory?
That's Northwest Territory. I did not venture to the Yukon.
Okay. All right, White Deer. And Neil.
You were sort of close if you were looking at the Yukon, Davo. The Northwest Territories is Yellowknife, and Yukon and Yukon is
Shut down.
is Whitehorse.
No, it's not.
All right. And Kels, what do you got?
Well, I figured it was some animal. I wrote down gray moose in the capital of Yukon Territories. Is that what we're supposed to be going for?
Well, the first one is Northwest, and then bonus for Yukon.
Well, I had no idea. I just wrote down Stankonia, and I'm hoping it's right.
All right. I am sorry, Miss Jackson, but Neil is the only one that got the points on that. Yellowknife and Whitehorse are the answers.
I kind of want to live in Yellowknife. That is the coolest name.
Isn't it?
No, Stankonia.
That's a great name.
It's literally the only city in the Northwest Territories. All right, question number 3. Getting its name from the oppressive canopy of evergreens looming above, this popular region of southwest Germany is often associated with the Brothers Grimm.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Kels.
I went with the Black Forest.
All right, and Davo?
Black Forest.
And Neil?
I also said the Black Forest.
You all 3 would be correct. Good job.
Good ham.
How do you feel about the cake?
Cake?
The Black Forest cake?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's good.
Is that the one with coconut on it?
Pass.
Well, that's German chocolate cake, isn't it?
Yeah, that's German
That's
chocolate.
German chocolate. What's the Black Forest one?
You made it up.
No, the Black Forest one has cherries in it, right?
Yes. Like I've had Black
is-
Forest Sundae. I can't say I've had a cake, but I've had a Black Forest Sundae with fudge and
they have-
cherries on it.
It's a sponge cake with cherry filling.
I've never had that.
I am happy with Black Forest cake. Speaking of geography, isn't that cake good?
All right. One more question here. Places things are. All right. Originally built in Flint, Michigan and St. Louis, Missouri, since 1981, the Corvette has been manufactured exclusively in this city of the Bluegrass State.
No way. Really?
True story,
Wow.
yo.
Oh, man.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
All right, Kels.
Well, when you said,
You didn't even ask if I was locked in. I mean, I feel
I thought you.
shit.
are you locked in?
I
Oh my
thought you already
God.
said it.
You're not locked in?
No,
My
I didn't
bad.
say anything. Wow. Well, I'm locked in now. I just felt left out.
Oh, okay.
You will not ignore me.
You did not put Davo in the corner.
Yeah, he's locked in. I really thought he was locked in already, so I apologize.
No problem.
Okay.
Kels.
Well, you said the bluegrass state, which I'm hoping is Kentucky, and the only city I could think of was Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. Okay,
What?
Neil.
I said I would have said exactly the same thing Kel said, but he already said it for me, so I'm not going to have to.
He's saying ditto.
Exactly.
And Davo.
I thought Bowling Green was in Ohio.
Nah.
Get out of here.
Never mind. What? No, I wrote down Louisville because I guess I'm a dingus. I don't know.
Dingus. Well, the correct
Yeah.
answer is, in fact, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I thought that was in Ohio.
I was,
Did they leave Bowling Green without telling
yeah,
me?
just like the coast.
That's two states he hasn't lived in.
Yeah, see? If I haven't lived there,
He has no idea what goes on there.
come on.
But good job on that, because based on the color category, my color could have been the bluegrass state, but you guys went ahead and went with Bowling Green. So good job.
Well, some of us. I just went with Louisville because that's the only thing I could think of in Kentucky.
But yeah, true. I didn't. That was something I learned looking up these questions. The Corvette is exclusively manufactured there. The Corvette Museum is in Bowling Green as well. There you go.
I swear it was in. Is that where? So there's a university called
Yeah,
Bowling Green, right?
Yeah. BGU.
Isn't that in Ohio? To our to our listeners in Kentucky, are you sure you're not in Ohio?
I think they're close.
Since this is contentious, I did a little Googling here. There are bowling greens in Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. And the Bowling Green State University is in Ohio.
Really?
Ha ha! And their colors are not green.
There's
Knew it.
there's
like
so much knowledge being dispersed right now. I didn't know
It's
either.
rapid fire.
I thought Bowling Green University (BGU) was in Kentucky. I didn't know it was in Ohio.
Yeah, me too. Is there a Bowling Green University in Kentucky?
It's community college.
BGCC is
Well, it's Bowling Green State. So Bowling Green, Kentucky, University. Okay. No, there isn't. It's Western Kentucky is in Bowling Green.
really? I didn't know that. The Hilt.
So the Hilltoppers are in Bowling Green.
I didn't know there was a Bowling Green, Ohio.
I mean,
Interesting.
Well, can I have 5 points for knowing that?
I give you 2.
It's not part of the question.
You
Because
deserve some credit.
since it had absolutely nothing to do with the
No, they
question.
still don't make Corvettes there.
Yeah, no.
All right, give us a point total here, Neil.
107 for Kels, 140 for Davo, and 154 for Neil.
Ooh,
right.
it's a game.
It's a good game. I hope you all will be pleasantly. Well, whatever. We'll feel good about this next category. It is facts of.
Do you want to do that
nature.
again?
No,
No,
that
not
was
really. You just
funny
edit it out.
I just cut my shit out. That's all right.
It was funny. Anyway.
Facts of nature.
Facts of nature.
Is that anything like science?
It is very close to science.
Oh, man.
Come on.
All right, question 1. Litmus paper will turn one of which 2 colors, or a slight variation of, when it comes into contact with an acid or alkaline substance?
I'm locked in.
Yes. I'm locked in.
All right, I'm like that.
All right, Davo, what do you got?
I went with red
2 colors.
and red. I only wrote down one. Red and blue. Let's do that.
All right, Neil.
It turns red for acids and blue for bases
And Kels.
or alkaline.
Red if it's a girl, blue if it's a boy.
You are all mostly correct. Yes, red and blue, except for Davo. No, he got it.
Come on.
Yeah. Question number 2. There are approximately 6 to 7 million of these tiny photoreceptors in the retina that allow the eye to process and perceive color.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I got nothing. I am blanking so bad right now. Everything I can think of was like in the question. Oh my gosh, it's bad. Wasn't retina in the question?
Yes, that's where they're located at.
That's where the photoreceptors are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hate myself, but I'm taking my one again. I'm punting. I'm gonna be thoroughly upset with myself.
So everybody's locked in, or punting.
Yep.
So let's see, Neil, what do you got?
I believe those are called cones.
And Davo?
Cones.
And Kels punted. The cones is the cones is the. Yep, it's cones. Cones. Cones see color. Rods do black and white.
Funny little trivia nugget.
Bring it.
Do you know how I got that answer?
How?
Because the Blue Man Group have a song called Rods and Cones.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. That is, the Blue Man Group has a song called Rods and Cones.
All right, so 10 points to Neil and Davo. And question number 3 is next. The persistent, irrational fear of colors is known as what? The fear of colors is known as what?
What? The where now? Oh, jeez. Wow.
I'm locked in.
No, I'm locked in as well.
I'm locked in.
All right, Davo, what did you say?
I said photophobia.
All right, Kels.
That'd be light, wouldn't it?
It would, but I couldn't think of a cool thing with color.
Oh, well, I went with Crayolaphobia.
Neil.
So I think the Greek prefix for color, or the Greek word for color, is chroma, like Kodachrome.
Yeah.
So I went with chromophobia.
Ooh, that's great.
Well, the answer is chromophobia.
Fantastic,
And
Neil. That was cool.
It could be chromatophobia as well. That's acceptable, but chromophobia is basically it. Yep.
Just want to make sure nothing for Crayolaphobia.
I mean, I'll give you props.
Much appreciated.
If I don't get love for Bowling Green, you don't get love for Crayola.
Crayolaphobia.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, question number 4, facts of nature. As we all know, Neptune is a beautiful blue. What gas is responsible for this unique color?
I am locked in.
I'm locked in.
It's what I keep wanting to say. I'm pretty sure it isn't right.
Go with your gut, Kels.
Well, that's gonna give me the wrong answer, Neil. I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm locked in.
Let's start with Davo.
Are you doing that for comedy's sake?
You were really quick, so I got to believe you got the right answer.
Well, I said argon because it sounds cool.
Argon. All right, Kels, what'd you say?
I went with. I jumped back and I didn't want to put neon, so I wrote down helium.
Okay, and Neil?
It's probably wrong, but I thought methane. The other two, the argon and the neon, those are noble gases, so they don't really react with anything, so they wouldn't probably be hanging out in the atmosphere.
Look, I don't think you need to explain why our wrong answer is longer than your wrong answer. That's just rude.
It hurt a little bit.
All right.
But argon is blue.
It is blue. Neptune is blue because of methane.
Wow.
What?
Oh, don't be
on.
surprised. We know you've been
No,
there.
that was a guess. That was totally a guess.
Well, good job on the guess. All right, so at the end of round 5.
6.
6. That's 6.
This
You want
is
to count them up
6.
again?
1,
Time sure flies, doesn't it?
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I put 7 of them on here. Dang.
And you could have not picked science?
I was so
You
excited
could've
about this
gone
next
with
one
number
too.
7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what is
What's
it?
the other one?
History.
Come on!
Actually, it's prior to now is the name of the category.
Oh, prior to now. Oh, God.
I would have really appreciated that. Man.
Do we want to make an exception and have 7 rounds this game?
I didn't.
No. We're in the tournament. We can't change course in the middle of the tournament. Come on now.
Could we just hear
Okay.
one question? Then?
Yeah, I would like to hear one question so I can scream a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's just run through them all. Let's run through them all real quick, just for funsies.
Okay. All right. My 4 questions were: the first electric version of this revolutionary invention was installed in Cleveland, Ohio, at the corner of 105th and Euclid on August 5th, 1914.
I know that
That'd be a
one.
traffic light.
Locked in.
Oh, I didn't know we
Yeah.
were answering tradition.
Yeah, let's just throw it out
Yep,
there.
that's traffic light.
Oh, okay. Traffic.
All right. Began in 1850 and purchased by J.P. Morgan in 1902. This company owned ships involved in maritime disasters, or several maritime disasters and/or emergencies, most notably the sinking of the Titanic in 1912.
White Star.
White Star. All right. Appearing in the lyrics of several songs and even lending its name to a state park in Utah, this beloved brand of film was produced by Kodak from 1935 until 2009.
Gosh, Neil, what is that?
Kodachrome?
Yep. He said it earlier.
I heard that in the song in the Coneheads movie. That's the only way I would have got that answer.
Is that
There's
the Paul Simon
there's a
song?
Paul Simon song, Kodachrome.
Paul Simon.
There's a few other artists that have.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a few other artists who have worked it into their lyrics as well.
Wait, did you just say you watched Coneheads?
Like a few
Did I
times.
did I miss something?
Like a few times.
Wow.
No.
I was a child. Y'all saw Blue Lagoon. don't.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I just know of it because ew.
All right, one more.
Fair enough.
One more.
Yeah.
In January 1947, a murder took place and subsequently became an LA and national sensation. An aspiring actress, the body of Elizabeth Short, was found in a vacant lot, cut in half at the waist, and the crime has never been solved. The newspapers came to call Elizabeth Short by what nickname?
Black Dahlia.
Black Dahlia.
The Black Dahlia. Yes. There you go. So you guys did pretty well on that
Yeah.
my prior to now category.
Oh,
Oh, that hurt.
I wish that prior to now had been prior to fact. But that's neither here nor there.
I don't know how I got 7 categories, and I knew I was supposed to have 6, and I don't know what I was thinking. Okay.
You got excited.
Well, at the end of the regulation, we've got Kels with 117 points. We've got Davo with 160, and Neil had a pretty good round and has 194.
All right. Good game. Are you guys ready for this final question?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to bet first. Well, hear the category and then bet.
In keeping with alternative category names, this is enchanting notes entering the ear hole in the key of color.
Oh, Jesus.
That's, yeah.
I'm not
Music.
writing
Wow,
all of
that's
that.
cool.
Okay, I got my wager locked in.
I have my wager locked in.
Also locked in.
This final question category, as I said before, it works a little bit differently than some of the ones maybe I've listened that we've done before. The category, this one's going to be timed. I'm going to give you 90 seconds. All right, I'm keeping the timer. 90 seconds to name at least 8 singers/music groups that have a color in their title. So it can be a singer's name or a music group name. So artist or group. All right. You got to get 8 to get your points. If you get less than 8, 7 or below, then you lose your points.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, go. Thirty seconds left.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pencils down.
Oh my goodness.
Was that tough?
Yeah.
Yes.
When it's time.
Well, I knew if I gave you like 10 minutes, you could come up with them. All right. So I guess the question, did anybody get 8?
I wrote down 8.
Okay.
I
I
wrote
got
it
8.
also.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's start with Neil. Well, who'd you come up with?
Well, I mostly stuck with bands that I listen to on a regular basis, except for this first one, which was Pink. But that led me directly to Pink Floyd. And then I got Black Sabbath, Green Day, Black Flag, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Deep Purple, and Blue Oyster Cult.
All right. Good job. That is definitely 8 legitimate bands. Kels.
All right. I went with the Blue Man Group, Green Day, White Stripes, Black Keys, Al Green,
Nice.
White Snake, Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
Nice. And Davo.
Al Green, Green Day, Simply Red, Blue Man Group, Blue Oyster Cult, Deep Purple, Barry White,
Oh,
and Black Flag.
Well, you guys all did a great job. And obviously points awarded to each and every one of you. So let's see. What did you wager, Neil?
Let's start with Kels.
Let's start with Kels.
thanks.
Okay.
More dramatic.
Kels, go ahead. What'd you wager, Kels?
Well, this whole trivia tilt, I've been big bucks, no whammies. So I went with 117 is my wager.
That takes Kels to 234. And Davo?
Big bucks, no whammies.
You bet the house?
I bet it all. I bet the house.
Well,
This is going to hurt.
it is going to hurt. It's going to hurt me because I only bet 100.
What?
I don't feel confident in my music skills versus your music skills. So I wanted to leave myself with a little bit in case I got it wrong. So, yeah. So I ended up with 294.
So Davo is the winner.
Back in it, baby. Yeah.
Should we call it a comeback?
He's been here for years.
I've been here for years.
Wow.
Woo!
You're welcome.
Well played, man. Well played.
That was great.
So initially, and I think this might have been okay. Well, probably not. Initially, my final question was I was going to say because it's October, you have to name 13
I would have
for
Oh,
October.
good Lord. No
And
way.
then I realized that might be a little difficult to
If it
write
was
that
still
fast, I think.
timed, if it was still
It was
timed
still
at
90
90 seconds, no way.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause I got my last two in the last 10 seconds. Well,
Oh,
thank
that
you
was
very
good.
much, Nathan, for hosting this excellent show that I feel very, very good about.
But we do appreciate
You
it.
Congratulations, Davo.
You seem a lot more
Thank you.
beat this week, Davo, than you did
Yeah.
last week.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling energized by my victory. Just want to say thank you to Nathan one more time.
Thanks,
Want to
Nathan.
mention that we are on Twitter at Ladle Brain because I'm an idiot and wrote it down wrong.
Oh.
We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube if you want to listen to us on YouTube. We are on Spotify. You can find us wherever finer podcasts are streamed. You can find us there. What?
You're sounding us like Zima or something like that.
Hey, Zima is delicious. I don't
had
want to hear
Zima.
nothing.
It was popular when I was a child.
It's back.
You know,
Put a little Jolly
it is
Rancher
back.
in there.
Yeah, put that Jolly Rancher in there. It's tasty.
Mhm. This is not a bottom shelf podcast.
Not at all. Not at all. Thank you very much to everybody listening. Check us out on Patreon. Any little bit helps. From all of us here at the Brain Ladle Podcast, from Nathan, this is where you say goodbye.
Nope. Goodbye, everybody.
Neil,
Goodbye, everybody.
Kels,
And if you throw a party and invited everyone you know, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
oh yeah, signing off.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
The gritty dark remake of Howard the Duck, starring Sean Penn as Howard the Duck.